What's up, guys? Alfredo here. I'm joined by Jose.
What's going on, Alfredo?
Dude, this is Destiny.
I know. So I've played Destiny, but for the folks at home, you played something that I did not play in Destiny. You played PvP in Destiny.
Yes, I played
So let's
PvP.
talk about that.
So the previous screen, you just saw all the different game modes. This is the alpha. So for the alpha specifically, you get to play control, which is kind of like hardcore domination.
Okay.
6v6. It's pretty cool.
And multiplayer is called the Crucible.
Yeah, Crucible.
Okay, got it.
Which is very interesting. And so right now I'm the hunter class. So you can see like my specific level is 8. It seems to be the cap for the alpha. And when you level up, you gain all these different attributes, which is pretty cool.
The golden gun. That is my jam.
And then from there,
oh man, no arc blade. No. Okay.
Depending on how much you use the actual attribute, you seem to unlock different variants of them.
Yeah.
So I can go and change instead of a double jump, I can get a higher double jump or a triple jump. And then right here, we have all the different types of like armor abilities I can get. Some armor abilities give you discipline points, which kind of like give you better cooldown times for your nades.
Okay.
Your nades are on cooldown times.
That's right.
Also, so for just your character in general, you have a primary weapon, then you have a special, then you have a heavy.
Okay.
And then when you go into multiplayer, what happens is like your primary, you got a lot of ammo. Your special, you have a scarce amount of ammo, but there's like ammo dispersed around the locations already. And then there's heavy ammo. Now the heavy ammo is for like your rockets or there's like a machine gun as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
like a heavy machine gun, more importantly.
And so what happens is like the commentator will say like heavy ammo inbound, and that's kind of like your rush.
Okay.
Like, everyone rushes to get the ammunition for that.
Got it.
And
so
it's
this
only like if you pick it up, then it's gone. Like
so
your
it
teammates can't
feels
pick it up
like
either.
a variation on power weapons, which is very much part of Bungie's pedigree. If you've played the Halo series, you should be familiar a little bit with this. But yeah. That sounds interesting because we talked about it a little bit earlier before we recorded this, and it's like we were talking about how everyone can have like a shotgun, for example, but they may not have ammo for that thing. So it's kind of
exactly. We start off like your primary is just kind of like your assault rifles, and I think there was like a pistol, like a revolver. So this is Rusted Lands. This is one of the 2 maps that we got to play. The other one's First Light, which is kind of like a moon-based level.
Okay, so no old Russia for either one of these. Wow, I like your little flag there.
So yeah, we're starting these off. So primary was like assault rifles. There's
the hand cannon, man. The hand cannon.
There's like So right now I have like a souped up assault rifle. The interesting thing is that you go in with the loot that you have that you've gained. Okay. So if someone has better loot than you do, like armor and like weapons, then like that transfers into the actual game itself.
So why'd you throw a grenade at that thing right there?
Well, it
was just an accident.
Right there. Yeah, that was an accident. I was trying to nade rush at the moment. The sniper rifle is pretty cool. Kind of feels like Halo 4 a little bit.
So folks may not be hearing this at home right now, but the voice of the announcer sounds like a very noble British, almost gentleman, right? Which totally plays into Destiny's entire like. For glory, for what's left of humanity. Yeah, you are the guardians. Yeah, it's interesting.
So there's just a bunch of like little things to note, like I'm a hunter, so I do have like a double jump.
Okay.
The different classes have different jumps.
Okay.
There's like the warlock has like a glide.
Yeah.
Other things to note that like headshots do more damage.
Okay.
This game is very skill based actually because of the fact that like there's a lot of times where I'll turn on somebody when they're shooting me, just hit nothing but headshots, and then from there like I'll win that fight because the headshots do more damage.
Got it. Okay.
Sniper rifle, if you get hit, it doesn't take you out of your scope, which is very interesting as well.
Good. Okay. Yeah, that was a common. I don't know. That was something that was always hard for me to deal with in Halo games.
Exactly.
Or if I was trying to snipe someone and then got knocked out of the scope. I mean, then you try to go for like the really quick, what do you call it, the no-look snipe, but those are always hard to get.
Yep.
So you've been telling me that. So I came back from when I played Destiny and said I am not interested in assault rifles, and you have told me actually I should care. Can you give me a little bit behind that? Like, what's the deal here?
Just from the alpha and the little bit that I've played, the assault rifle is just really like this one specifically is like a Class 8 assault rifle, and it's just really it shoots like the rate of fire is really good, the aim is really good as well, the hit fire is pretty solid, and you can just melt people.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
It's a
so
very,
it's less
very
pray
weapon.
and spray and more,
Yeah, it's less like first to see someone, first to shoot gets the kill. It's more like, okay, like it's actually more skill based. Like I said, headshots like really count in this game.
Excellent. Okay.
And then so we are the hunter specifically. So our melee, each class has different melee. Our melee is a knife.
Okay, got it.
It takes more than one hit to kill someone with a melee.
You can throw that knife though, can't you?
You do get a throwing knife, but you do have a specific like knife for like just melee.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Very cool.
Bumper jumper controls are here.
All right.
So of course that's what we're going.
That's the way to go. Is that what you settle on? Did you try any of the other ones? Were there anything experimental or anything?
You know, there's Legacy, Southpaw, that normal stuff.
Got it.
Yeah. So so you have like your primary, and then you have your special. Your specials like shotguns or sniper rifles, and you can actually like change this in the middle of the actual match. Like right now, if I just went to my main menu, as you can see right here, hold on real quick. We just rushed for the heavy ammo, and now I have the rockets.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So, or like if I had my machine gun, the heavy ammo would have, give me ammunition for my machine gun.
Okay.
So that's an interesting thing too. But like I was saying, like I can switch things off if I wanted to. Like if I have my sniper rifle, but in the middle of the match, like what I can actually do is go over to my
hop out
screen,
to the UI,
hop out to the UI, and actually switch it out to a shotgun if I wanted to.
Okay.
And then it'll just.
But when you do that, you are not protected. Like if someone came across and just headshot you right there, like that's it. It's over.
Exactly.
Okay, but at least you have the power to choose in the middle of a fight, which could be, at least I don't know. It feels like, especially in the Call of Duty era of like competitive shooters, right? You want to be able to switch classes, but you don't can't switch classes until you die.
Yeah.
So this is kind of an interesting
middle
step.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But
what about abilities and stuff? Can you switch, like, let's say, Golden Gun to something else?
See, I haven't quite unlocked that, but I mean, right here I have the Golden Gun, which is awesome. It's on a timer. The timer goes by pretty quick, but you can get like a good 3 kills off of that.
Triple kill, way of the gun, heating up, just racking up those medals. Nice job.
And oh man, there's just so much. Like your grenade's different. The hunter has like a standard type of grenade.
Okay.
The Titan has a flash grenade, and these things can be changed. Like the more I use my grenade, then it can turn into like a homing type of grenade.
Okay.
It's just things that you can like swap out and change out. Because that's one of the things that was really interesting is the fact that like, all right, I gain these levels, then I unlock these abilities, and the more I use these abilities, like I'll unlock different variants of it. So like, it's not just like, oh, you now have. It's like you have a double jump, then you unlock a triple jump, then you unlock a really high double jump. It's not like you can stack those. It doesn't seem like you can stack those things. It's more of like choose one of these, and you get to run with one of these.
Well, and I like the abilities, the way it's distributed a lot, because like you said, there's a lot of variation, but also I love that some of them are passive, some of them are active, and it really does give you something, it seems, to shoot for in the sort of journey to create the ultimate character, so to speak. And I sort of wonder, because you spend a lot of time with this in PvP, how well some of these clearly will work better in the PvP environment. But I wonder, again, how that'll then go to single player. And I guess we'll find out with time, right? Like those abilities sort of function the same way. So I don't know. I just wonder if there's room for like what's better in single player or in strike missions or in patrol missions, which are other variations in here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I mean, like strike missions, you have like the big spider tank, stuff like that. I'm sure like different.
There's
things
a boss.
Are really,
exactly.
I'm sure different things are really good for different types of situations.
Excellent. Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's like it's a little difficult though, because like if you go in and like if you're level 4 and you there's like a level 8 on the other team, he's gonna have better weapons, he's gonna have better armor than you, and you're just gonna have to push through that.
Okay.
The good thing is that it doesn't take too long to get up there. From what I've noticed, like you can get through pretty quick.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of little small things.
Sure.
So far, like with different abilities, what I've noticed is, I like that. This gun's amazing. It's really
the hand
awesome.
cannon is already one of my favorite guns in the game. But then you activate the golden gun, and you just go, "Holy cow! Like this is serious business now."
This by far, out of all the abilities, is the most vulnerable one though. Like the Titan, he does like an instant smash, and then like the Warlock will like jump up in the air and like shoot his.
So take cover, or you're gonna get
bomb.
sniped. Is what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is like. For the hunter specifically, I found that like there's like 1 to 2 seconds of like vulnerability.
Sure.
Like when he kind of like thrusts his hand into the air and like gets his gun.
Okay.
like you're very, very vulnerable there. That's what I've noticed. Like it's not the type of thing where like if I'm a Titan and I run around the corner, I can just hit it instantly and then just smash the guy. But like here, do you kind of want to do it right before you get into the firefight?
Okay.
Because if you do it right in front of somebody, they're gonna start shooting you the minute you start, activating your gun.
Got it. Got
and
it.
They're getting clean headshots on you then.
Okay. Any other sort of things you noticed with the hunter specific since you've played all 3 classes? And by the way, we have videos for the other 2 classes, so please check those out on IGN.
We'll be doing like more in-depth stuff like this for the other classes. We've got some gameplay for that. The hunter specifically, what I realized, the hunter class specifically is really agile.
Okay.
And then just has the best jump in the game. But like his recovery is really bad, and he doesn't have a lot of armor.
Okay.
Of course, the Titan class will give you better armor. The Warlock class will have better recovery. So it's just really cool.
Yeah, it's an effort to sort of balance it, I guess, right?
But the thing is, though, is like you can unlock in your different skill trees, right? You can change it so you can craft your hunter to be a hunter with like more armor, if you wanted to.
Okay.
With like different abilities, like those abilities that you unlock, you choose them, and they kind of like up and down the scales of like.
But it probably comes at the risk of some other hunter-specific stuff that would probably work a little differently, right?
Yeah, like I can up my armor with. I was like looking at the skill tree and like I can up my armor, but then again at the same time like it turns down my agility.
Okay. Okay. So really quickly too, this is one of the of the 2 maps. The map you're playing on right now is the smaller map, right?
Yeah,
we were talking about this as well.
This is Rusted Lands.
Okay, got it. And just observations to the map itself, if you want to throw a few in there.
Oh yeah, I mean the maps they don't seem too symmetrical, and like there's a lot of levels to these maps. It's not. It's less like the ground, just like hills and different things. It's very interesting. Like competitive wise, like usually you want like a very symmetrical kind of like more of a flat type of like 1 level, 2 level.
Sure.
But here it's like this is just different variations of heights and things like that, which makes it very interesting.
Sure, yeah. And it seems like it sort of makes where you'll find each capture point sort of unique in a way, right?
Yeah,
because some of them higher, some of them lower, sort of playing around with different heights that way.
One thing I noticed too is just like when I get hit, more heavy ammo. But like I don't know if I said this earlier. If I take the ammo, like no one else on my team can take it either.
So can everyone see where it was dropped?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's on the UI. You can follow that point over. Ooh.
Well, you can see here, like
I feel bad for
you
him.
see my shield. So my shield's in the red. It actually takes really long to get into the red, and then it like boosts super fast when you're like in the white.
Sure.
So ideally, like strategically wise, you'd want to, as much as possible, never get into the red.
Okay.
It takes a lot longer to recharge when you're in the red, but not as much when you're in the white.
Yeah, I thought that rocket was going to land. I'm sorry, I had to exclaim. Yeah,
I should have shot it a little bit lower.
Yeah, no, for sure. And one more thing we haven't mentioned, just real quickly, that you may notice because there's scrolling text on the left. But when Alfredo last activated his golden gun and he got a kill, a little message scrolled by that said he generated an orb of light.
Yep.
So the orb of light system, if you're not familiar with the game, basically is how you can fuel other players' specials, because none of the special abilities are designed to specifically, like, there's no healer. There's no, like, the support class mentality where you're buffing or doing things like that. Everything you do affects you, so he's going to kill this guy, and you'll see he generated 1 orb of light. That orb of light can be picked up by a teammate, and that guy now is one step closer to being supercharged.
Exactly.
And Alfredo, I don't think you're allowed to see the orb. Like, only your teammates do, but I'm not sure how that works exactly.
I thought I saw someone pick one up. It might not have been mine. It might have been someone else's.
Got it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's another just interesting thing that works with at least the team play, because, again, none of the abilities have that overlap where you're trying to buff and, heal and do that kind of stuff.
No, definitely. But, I mean, overall, multiplayer is a ton of fun.
Nice.
Like, it's very interesting, like going in there with your specific type of loot, because then it's just like, all right, well, like, I want the best of the best.
And Lord only knows they're going to have like certain weapons and certain armor and certain
like that. So like you gain like Crucible points in multiplayer. In single player, I'm not sure exactly how you gain it, but in multiplayer is one specific way to gain Crucible points, and that will allow you to buy a legendary armor. You can actually buy a legendary armor.
Okay.
Sometimes you can actually get Crucible like drops in multiplayer. I haven't seen any, but that's probably because it might not be in alpha.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, this is Hunter class. Thanks, Jose.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to dive into the other classes in our next video, so make sure to stay tuned and look out for that. And for more things Destiny and more things gaming, head over to IGN, guys.